Namaskar friends, welcome back to Mohanjanix. I hope all of you are safe and healthy and your studies also going well. In this lecture, we will discuss about unit impulse signal, which is one of the basic signals like sync function, ramp signal, etc. We will discuss others also one by one. So in this lecture, we will discuss about unit impulse signal. These signals are not only important for signal and system subjects, these are important for your whole engineering subjects. These concepts will very much useful for you all. So concentrate in this lecture and be with me. Before starting this lecture, I want all of you to solve this question. This question is basic question. You can apply your basic concept and answer it. Give your answer in the comment section below. Let's see who get it right. I will give you solution of this question and answer of this question at the end of this lecture. So without any delay, पढ़ाई शुरू करते हैं. So unit impulse signal, we represent it by delta t. So if I tell you friends, this xt is delta t, will you agree with me? Yes, I know you can't agree that this xt is delta t as this is a square signal. How a square signal can be impulse signal? So if I tell you that in this signal, this epsilon tends to 0, then how we can write it that in mathematical terms that limit epsilon tends to 0 xt. That means how it will become? This point will be 0 by 2, that means near about minus 0, and this is plus 0. And what is the value of this signal at minus 0 and plus 0? 1 by epsilon. 1 by epsilon means if I replace epsilon at 0, then it will become 1 by epsilon will be infinity. That means if a signal comes from minus infinity and it becomes very near to 0, infinity, its value is infinity, and again it's come down to 0 at 0, then we will tell it as delta t or impulse signal, unit impulse signal. That means delta t is equal to limit epsilon tends to 0 xt. You see, this is the xt. That means also we can say that this any signal which is infinity at t is equal to 0. You can see here at t is equal to 0, its magnitude is infinity. And for t not equal to 0, its value is 0. We can see here for any value of time, its value is 0. That means if any signal is like this, then we will tell it as delta t. How we represent otherwise? We also represent it as like this. Just a arrow mark at any point. And for unit impulse at t is equal to 0, its value will be infinity. Then it is called as unit impulse signal. Okay, this is the delta t. Now we will discuss some of the properties of this delta t. So if I will ask you that this signal or we can say epsilon tends to 0, then this signal is delta t. Okay, if epsilon will be tends to 0, okay, then whether this signal will be even or odd, you tell me. Yes friends, this is even signal as it is symmetrical about y-axis. Okay, this is the symmetrical about y-axis. You can see here this is same as positive t-axis and negative t-axis. That's why it is even signal. That means any impulse signal or any unit impulse signal is an even signal. What about if I ask you all whether it is energy signal, power signal, or neither energy nor power signal? No friend, it is not energy signal. It is neither energy nor power signal. Why? If the value of xt or del t, we can say del t will be infinity at any particular instant of time, then it is neither energy nor power signal. It is the criteria for any signal to become a neither energy nor power signal. As delta t is infinity at time t is equal to 0. It's become infinity at time t is equal to 0. That's why it is neither energy nor power signal. Okay, then let's move into third property. Third property is area of unit impulse signal. What will be the area of this unit impulse signal? Let's calculate it. As we know, formula for area is minus infinity to plus infinity. Area of any signal, that means delta t dt. This is the formula. Then how we can get it? This will be equal to minus infinity to infinity. What is the value of delta t? Yes, limit epsilon tends to 0 xt, and we know what is xt. We can put this limit outside of this integration, so this will become limit epsilon tends to 0 integration minus infinity to plus infinity xt dt. I forgot to write here dt. Okay. So what is the area of this xt signal? Area of any square signal is length, means that means base its base value is minus infinity minus epsilon by 2 plus epsilon by 2. What will be the its length? Its length will be epsilon. Okay. This is, we can say, this is base, and what is height? Height is 1 by epsilon. So area of xt is equal to epsilon into 1 by epsilon, that means is equal to 1. So value of this part is limit, I can write it like limit epsilon tends to 0 1, which value is 1. That means area of any unit impulse signal is 1. Remember this, friend, this will be useful for your exams. So let's move into next property. Next property is area of weighted impulse. Now you will ask me, sir, what is weighted impulse? Don't worry, friends, I will tell you. The weighted impulse is if we write any signal, suppose yt is equal to a naught del t. That means if I write any value before this del t, then this will become weight of this impulse signal, and this whole signal will be called as weighted impulse signal. Okay, then what will be the area of weighted impulse signal? Then suppose we will calculate for this yt. Then area of this yt, I will write it here yt. Okay, weighted impulse is yt, will be minus infinity to plus infinity yt dt. Okay, then what will be the calculation? As we know, yt is minus infinity to plus infinity, yt is a naught del t dt. Okay, and a naught is constant, so we can put it outside of the integration. So what will be the value of this step? Integration of minus infinity to plus infinity del t dt. And we know area of this delta t is 1. That means its value will be a naught. That means we can say that area of any weighted impulse is weight of that impulse. Okay, weight of the impulse. So in this way, we have understood these four properties. Now let's move on to next property, which is scaling of any impulse signal. I will give you formula for del bracket में in bracket a t minus t naught will be 1 by mod a. Remember this, mod a. If value of this a will be negative, then it will become positive after removal of this mod. That's why I have written mod a. Don't forget it. I am telling again and again. Student usually do mistakes here. Okay. So it will become 1 by mod a del t minus t1. Okay. Friends, always remember that if any formula have any value or any parameter which have 1 by a, suppose like this, then if value of a will become 0, then what will be the this whole value? It will become infinity. That's why this formula has limitation that a should not be equal to 0 as per all the formulas. Okay, so now let's solve some of the examples. Example 1 is what will be the value of del minus 2t. So what will be del minus 2t? Its value will be 1 by mod of minus 2 del t. In this question, value of a is minus 2. That's why I have written like this. So what it will become? 1 by 2 del t. So let's move into next question. Before solving next question, I want to remember you all that I have asked this question only at the starting of this lecture. So answer of this question will be option C. I hope all of you have got it right. So let's get back to our second example. What will be solution of this question? Solution of this question we can write it as, let's take common 2. 2. If I take common 2, then what will become? T minus 1 by 2. Okay friends, then what will be the value of a here? In this case, value of a is 2. So it will be 1 by 2. You can see here this formula, 1 by 2 del t minus 1 by 2. This will be answer. I hope all of you have understood up to this point clearly. इस लेक्चर में फिलहाल इतना ही दोस्तों। उम्मीद करता हूं कि आप लोगों को ये लेक्चर अच्छी तरह से समझ में आया। अगर हाँ तो इस वीडियो को लाइक करना ना भूलें, चैनल को जल्दी से जल्दी सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन को भी प्रेस कर दें। और हाँ, कोई भी अगर आपको डाउट हो, कोई क्वेरी हो, कोई फीडबैक हो तो उसे कमेंट सेक्शन में लिखना ना भूलें। और मेरे साथ जुड़े रहने के लिए आपको क्या करना है, आप फेसबुक पर, इंस्टा पर मुझे फॉलो भी कर सकते हैं। अगर आपको इस लेक्चर का पीडीएफ चाहिए तो आप मेरे टेलीग्राम चैनल को भी फॉलो कर सकते हैं। धन्यवाद दोस्तों इस लेक्चर को अंत तक देखने के लिए। जय हिंद।